Chelsea in the last 10 minutes have got in touch with Borussia Dortmund and offered £42 million for Jamie Gittens. Now, they're waiting for a response from Borussia Dortmund. The important thing, though, is that the player has told Dortmund that he wants to leave Dortmund and move to Chelsea. And also, Borussia Dortmund are playing in the Club World Cup. Chelsea are playing in the Club World Cup as well. The player himself has made it clear that he wants to play for Chelsea in the Club World Cup and not Borussia Dortmund. But as things stand, he's a Borussia Dortmund player and he's due to be flying out to the US with Dortmund later this week alongside his new teammate Jude Bellingham. But he's told Dortmund, I don't want to be on the Borussia Dortmund plane to the US. I want to be on the Chelsea plane to the US. But that bid just went in 10 or 15 minutes ago. So Chelsea are waiting for a response.
OK, so just talk us through it then in terms of timing. So let's say they've got 4 hours then. So now they've got to have a think about it and then make a decision, haven't they, I guess? I
think Dortmund have to pretty quickly either accept or reject the offer. But you would think £42 million for Borussia Dortmund is big money.
Yeah.
They have just signed Jude Bellingham from Sunderland in a deal that is worth more than £30 million. So they are a public limited company. They're on the stock exchange in Germany. So I think they've got a sort of, they have to balance the books. And historically, they've sold players as well. And you would think £42 million for Gittens is a pretty good deal. He's a player that Chelsea like a lot. If they don't get Gittens, they'll get somebody else in that position. But he's young, he's developing. I think he spent a little bit of time at Chelsea before. He started off at Reading. Then he was at the Manchester City Academy. He moved to Borussia Dortmund. He's still only 22, and he would fit into Chelsea's wage structure. But Chelsea really trying to get the player and make sure that he's on the plane with them to America and not on the Dortmund plane.
And also, if you've got a player that tells you, I don't want to be here anymore, I want to go, then it seems that this deal is kind of going to happen and happen quickly.
I think the information we had earlier today was that Chelsea were aware of the fact that time was running out, but they were not in a massive rush to do this deal.
That sounds like that, though, is in a massive rush because it's a good deal. It's a good offer, right? So it does sound like they are trying to get him over the line.
But the thing is, the Club World Cup, I think your squad can be 35 players. So it's not as if Chelsea have to have him on the plane and, their chances of winning the Club World Cup depend on signing him. He's a very, very good player, but I don't think he's that important to them potentially. But he is a top target, and Chelsea are showing that they really do mean business. The Maignan deal is not happening. I know some Chelsea fans, especially on social media, are unhappy about that because they were looking forward to Chelsea signing him. But we told you, Chelsea didn't make a bid for him. He was offered to Chelsea. But this one is totally different because this is the player Chelsea have been tracking for a very, very long time. They believe he has a big future in the game and they want him to be a Chelsea player as soon as possible.